Hey everybody, it's Gary back here. Continuing our 24 hours of our streamathon for Ensemble Stage, our version of the Giving Tuesday that we're going to be doing, or that we're doing. And I wanted there's a couple of things here. This first thing I'm going to show you in the early morning hours of the 30th. Is the opening that we had this morning, way back when at 10:30, and because I talked about why we're doing this and what talk about the hurricane a little bit, and kind of give you an idea of what things were like and what things are kind of still like, and why we're doing this streamathon in the first place. So here you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ensemble Stage's version of our Giving Tuesday. You're probably wondering, why are we doing it now, and why live stream, or what I have called our Stream-A-Thon. But what it is, well, normally on Giving Tuesday, as you all know, it's the week before, or the week after Thanksgiving, the Tuesday after Thanksgiving, and we are usually involved with our tech rehearsals for whether it be a radio show, or most recently, over the past few years, our holiday musical variety show, when we're involved with our tech week. And I really don't have a whole lot of time to put things together to do a Giving Tuesday. So we've always done it, but we've always kind of dabbled with it because we've been so busy with everything else. But the biggest reason that we're doing this now is because, as I'm sure you've all known, and some of you probably even experienced, the fact that we had Hurricane Helene make a visit here, and it wreaked a lot of havoc, actually, up here on the in western North Carolina, and tore a lot of things up. And I'll get in much more involved in that here on our next segment, talking about it and showing some pictures and things like that, and all the wonderful things that happened as a result of that with the town here. But needless to say, Banner Elk was, I won't say decimated, but certainly the infrastructure in a lot of ways was hurt and decimated, and a lot of people were affected, and including Ensemble Stage to I'm sure a lesser degree than many people had experienced but themselves. But we had to cancel our stage radio play, which was supposed to have happened this past weekend. And then at the time, it was even up in the air that we were going to be doing our Christmas show. So as a result of that, we lost a lot of sponsorship opportunities that were there, and so we weren't really able to do well, we were afraid we weren't going to be able to do our Christmas show. And with the loss of those subscriptions, or those sponsorships, and then also the loss of the revenue that would be coming in from the radio show, and also some of the and I want to say, first off, with the sponsorships, it's no big, I mean, it's a big deal, but it's no big deal because we lost some of those simply because they wanted to direct those funds towards a humanitarian effort here, which I completely get and I completely support, and it's great that they did that. And me and the whole town and basically the whole side of Western North Carolina is appreciative of that. But when that happened, and we lost that sponsorship, uh, our and on top of us finding out that it looks like we're going to be able to do our Christmas show, then we had quite a deficit of covering costs. And unfortunately, Helene came at a time when our coffers are normally a time of year when our coffers are normally lower than normal because we just closed out our summer season. And but we use our stage radio show and our sponsorships for our Christmas show and our Christmas show um, ticket sales, and also our end of year giving stuff to get us through that and build our coffers back up. And since some of that didn't happen and isn't going to happen, and then um, uh, it resulted in us being a little nervous about what we had in our coffers, and we decided to make a much more aggressive stance here. And so when we did that, it was we decided to do this. So bear with me. I'm a little nervous right now as things get going here. This is all off the cuff. I don't have anything scripted here. So anyway, it's what you'll see throughout. I'll be doing this for a 24-hour span, a true stream-a-thon, as you will. And the I won't be on the air every minute of every hour for 24 hours. But we've got a lot of cool things happening. We've got lots of people coming in to chat with us, actors we've worked with before on shows, and also a playwright, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And plus, we have some music from some of our wonderfully talented actors who are also very musically inclined, unlike me, I've always called myself a single threat. I'm not a triple threat actor. I can't sing and I can't dance, but I'm a pretty good actor. So I'm what they call a single threat as opposed to a triple threat. But anyway, some of those triple threat people are also going to be singing, doing some songs for us, and people like Sheena O'Murray, who was in our show Zaglot, and we'll also be talking to her as well, and also Laura Hodos and Zoe Dean and a few other people like that. But we've got people coming in and if you're familiar with our shows and you're familiar with what we do, there's we're going to be talking with Scott Wilson and Mark Woodard and Josh Yoder and Elizabeth Bachhoven and Diane Fasario and Chanel Spar and Lori Franklin and a whole bunch of other people are going to be coming in and joining us. And as we do this, as you can see right down there, there's a to donate to Ensemble Stage, and it shows you a website address that you could enter in and go to, and you could donate to us to help support our Giving Tuesday event here. And then below that, as we build up people who donate and everything, and I'll be able to find out a real-time donation stream of that, I'll be adding a ticker below that where to go to donate. That'll be a ticker showing who we've got going, who has given us donations and that kind of stuff. And I'll be adding to that, hopefully adding to that as the day progresses. But I'm excited, I'm nervous, and I hope you'll stay with us and join us. And I'll be back in a couple of minutes, and we'll talk about this devastating hurricane that kind of caused this whole thing to happen. So I will be right back.
gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so we are back now. I love that intro there. So it's probably going to play every time that we go leave for a little bit and then come back. Um, but anyway, I wanted to tell you a little bit about again what brought this all on Hurricane Helene. It hit uh, the end of September, and before Helene came in, we had 3 days of a really steady, hard rain going on. And then Helene came in. And Helene, and I never imagined the chance of the hurricane, of a hurricane hitting the mountains of North Carolina. I'm from the Midwest and I had to deal with the threat of tornadoes. And when I moved to Florida, I had to deal with the threat of hurricanes. But when I moved up here to the mountains of North Carolina, I thought I'm never going to have to worry about those kind of things ever again. And that was the case until just about a month ago. And then, like I said, Helene moved in, and Helene, over the course of 48 hours, dumped an additional 20 inches of rain on top of what had already saturated our ground. Um, it had, sorry, I'm getting ready. I'm trying to put up there we go. These are some slides from the effects and the devastation that happened around here. And this is just in Banner Elk. And, but anyway, we had sustained winds of about 35 miles an hour. We had wind gusts of 60 miles an hour. We had the whole town, Banner Elk, had lost power for a long period of time. 100% of the power had been lost in Banner Elk as far as electrical power. Also, we lost cell towers. We didn't have cell power. We lost, obviously, internet as well. And then on top of all of that, we lost water because of, and as you can tell by these pictures that I'm showing, you can tell that it just devastated, it decimated our water infrastructure. All the sewer lines, all the water supply lines had just been destroyed. And so after the hurricane left, it was nerve-wracking and scary. But then this is the really cool part. After everything was gone and everything left, then things started. Wonderful things began to happen, and that was being able to witness a whole town coming together and people helping everybody else, and reaching out and seeing if they're okay and seeing if somebody needed help with anything. And it wasn't the thing of somebody saying, well, do you need me to do this for you? It'll cost this much. There's no such thing as that. It was all just, let me help. If there was a tree that fell across the roadway, there was somebody who would walk up and go, here, let me get that. Let me fix that. Eggers Construction, who is actually right down the hill from where we live, they jumped out there right away and just started clearing things off the roads and started doing work. And I don't think anybody even asked them. They just did that. And then there was, they started at the town hall where people could go and they set up a free Wi-Fi so people could get a hold of Wi-Fi and be able to use Wi-Fi on a regular basis. They also started getting supplies and bottled water and things like that. And then that got moved up to where our theater is located. And that is up there at the old historic Banner Oak School. And the so they brought in, there's all kinds of donated supplies came in. Everything from diapers and car seats to canned goods, and then on top of all that kind of stuff, and cleaning supplies, and then on top of all that, then